Les bijoux.
The jewels are, as I am speaking to you now, not yet in our possession. I want to hold on to hope that they will be recovered and can be returned to the Louvre Museum and, more broadly, to the nation. These jewels are now, of course, unsellable. Just to reiterate, as if it were necessary, anyone who buys them would themselves be guilty of receiving stolen goods. There is still time to return them. On the evening of Saturday, October 25th, 2 men were apprehended. One was arrested at 8 p.m. at Roissy Charles de Gaulle Airport as he was preparing to travel to Algeria without a return ticket for France. The second suspect was arrested at 8:40 p.m. near his home. There is no evidence to confirm that he was planning to leave the country, contrary to what some media outlets have reported. These 2 men are suspected of being the ones who entered the Apollo Gallery to steal the jewels. The first, aged 34, is of Algerian nationality. He has lived in France since 2010, specifically in Aubervilliers. He was unemployed at the time of his arrest, but had previously worked as a garbage collector and delivery driver. Already known to police and judicial authorities, mainly for traffic-related offences, he has also been convicted of 1 count of theft. He was identified thanks to DNA traces found on one of the scooters used by the perpetrators. The second suspect is 39 years old. He lives in Aubervilliers, where he was born. He claims to work illegally as a taxi driver, but he has also worked as a delivery driver. He is already known for aggravated thefts committed in 2008 and 2014, and is currently under judicial supervision in another aggravated theft case scheduled to be tried in November at the Bobigny Criminal Court. During his questioning, he explained that the thefts for which he was convicted involved a ram raid on an ATM. His DNA was found on one of the broken display cases, as well as on objects abandoned during the escape. Contrary to what some media have claimed, this DNA did not come from a hair or a yellow vest. As I speak to you, both have partially admitted their involvement in the crime to investigators. They are currently being presented to investigating magistrates for indictment on charges of thefts committed by an organised gang, crimes punishable by up to 15 years in prison and a heavy fine. The charge of criminal conspiracy has also been retained, which carries a sentence of up to 10 years in prison. They will then be brought before a judge of freedoms and detention, as their placement in pre-trial detention has been requested. Later, they will be questioned again by the investigating magistrates and are free to change their statements. Since not all members of the group of criminals have been apprehended, I will not go into further detail about the information we have. The case file is now accessible to the lawyers of the individuals presented, but the investigation remains confidential with respect to those still being sought. Through the surveillance and protection system, we have definitively identified the possibility of 4 perpetrators being involved. We do not rule out the possibility of a larger group, including a mastermind or even someone who might be the intended recipient of the stolen jewels.